Why Airbus A380s are being grounded again? Full story explained. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The Airbus A380, the world's largest passenger jet, is making headlines again, but not for the reasons you might expect. Qatar Airways has just grounded its entire fleet of 8 active A380s for the months of April and May 2026. All super jumbos are now parked at Hamad International Airport in Doha. Is this a temporary pause due to regional tensions or a sign of bigger troubles for the four-engine giant? Today we're diving into 10 key points about this grounding and the current state of the Airbus A380. Let's get started. Point 1. The announcement and timeline. First up, what exactly happened? In early April 2026, Qatar Airways pulled all 8 operational A380s from service. The aircraft are now sitting idle in Doha. According to latest schedules, the airline aims to bring them back on June 1st, 2026, but this could shift depending on the situation. Point 2. Reason behind the grounding regional disruptions. Why now? The primary cause is ongoing geopolitical tensions and restricted airspace in the Middle East. Conflicts have forced many Gulf carriers to reroute or reduce operations. Qatar isn't alone. Similar issues have affected Emirates and others, with planes sometimes stranded far from home bases. Point 3. Massive capacity cuts. This isn't a small move. Qatar has slashed over 12,000 flights in April and May, suspending services to more than 60 destinations. The A380, with its huge passenger capacity, plays a big role in long-haul routes, so removing it creates a significant hole in the schedule. Point 4. Impact on key routes. Which routes are hit hardest? Qatar previously used a 380s on high-demand long-haul flights to London, Bangkok, Singapore, and other major cities. These will now operate with smaller aircraft like the A350 or 777, meaning fewer seats and potentially higher fares or more connections for passengers. Point 5. Broader A380 fleet challenges. This fits into a larger pattern. Many airlines grounded A380s during and after the pandemic due to high fuel costs and difficulty filling 500-plus seats. While some like Etihad and Emirates have brought them back for busy routes, others such as Air France and Malaysia Airlines have retired theirs permanently. Point 6. Return to service stories. Not all news is bad. Several A380s that were stored for years have recently returned to the skies. For example, a former Malaysia Airlines jet flew again after 3 years in storage, and Qantas dealt with minor wing issues on a reactivated aircraft, but got it back in service. This shows the type can still fly when demand justifies it. Point 7. Emirates. The last major operator, Emirates, remains the A380's biggest champion. With over 100 in its fleet, the airline has pushed retirement plans into the 2040s and is investing in engine maintenance. For them, the Super Jumbo still makes sense on dense hub routes where filling every seat is possible. Point 8. Economic realities of the A380. Why the struggles? The A380 burns more fuel with 4 engines compared to efficient twin-engine jets like the Boeing 787 or Airbus A350. It also requires special airport infrastructure and is less flexible for point-to-point routes. Production ended in 2021 because orders dried up. Point 9. Passenger experience versus airline economics. Passengers love the A380. Spacious cabins, quiet ride, lounges, and even showers on some versions. But airlines face tough math. High operating costs and the need to consistently fill hundreds of seats make it risky in uncertain times. Point 10. What's next for the A380? Future outlook. While Qatar plans a June return, some A380s may head to long-term storage. Over 100 airframes remain parked globally, with limited second-hand market or freighter conversion potential. A few carriers will keep flying them into the 2030s, but the era of new A380s is over. So is Qatar's grounding a short-term necessity or another step toward the A380's gradual fade? The Super Jumbo still delivers an incredible passenger experience where it flies, but economics and geopolitics are testing its limits. What do you think? Should more airlines bring back their A380s, or is it time to move on to newer twins? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more aviation updates, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next one.